Welcome to Sphere Finance. I am Pricetime and you're watching Sphere TV. Since the public launch of its liquidity pool in March 2022 to the recent hints for upcoming acquisitions, Sphere Finance has made tremendous progress over the past 2+ months. So much so, in fact, that it can be very hard to keep track of everything going on. So in this video, I'm going to review some of the major updates we have seen with Sphere and talk about what is currently in the works. Hold on tight, I'm about to cover 2 months of Sphere in one video. Also, over 38% of you watching are not subscribed. So if you end up enjoying the video and haven't already, subscribe. It helps support the channel, and by ringing the bell, you will automatically be notified when we create new content. Shout out to the over 61% of you who are subscribed. You know who you are, and thank you. Sphere Finance launched its first liquidity pool to the public on March 15th, 2022. Even before then, and certainly since then, Sphere has deployed its treasury for revenue generation and governance acquisition, including with TetuSwap. Multiple unique mechanisms of Sphere were put in place, including Sphere Games to help curb inflation and give back to the community through charitable events, implementation of a dynamic sell tax with tax brackets to encourage profit taking while protecting smaller investors, cross-chain purchasing ability, creation of the black hole event horizon that burns Sphere tokens from trade fees, and regular updates to the Sphere website, documents, and wiki pages. Let's also not forget the deep integration of Sphere into the Polygon ecosystem with the formation of the Polygon Alliance dedicated to bringing deep liquidity, accessibility, and purpose to the Polygon network. Efforts which did not go unnoticed as Sphere was awarded $500,000 paid over 6 months from Polygon itself as an incentive to continue building on the Polygon network. With all the work required to do this and more, the Sphere Finance core team actually quit their day jobs to work full-time on Sphere. That is how dedicated they are to the success of Sphere. With dedication comes the need for security, and Sphere takes this topic very seriously. 3 independent contract audits, well over 100 peer reviews of the contract, 2 separate KYCs, anti-scam social media tactics, copywriting of the Sphere logo and slogan as trademark, and a 4 out of 8 multi-signature wallet where 5 out of 8 are doxed and the other 3 are KYC'd to those who are doxed. If you don't know what that all means, that is okay. In a nutshell, it simply means that Sphere is putting tremendous effort towards protecting its investors from malicious activity. Sphere also migrated its token contract from version 1 to version 2 to implement additional updates, including improved contract cells that are less impactful on the price of Sphere, improved dynamic tax logic, binary rebasing, and a migration of the liquidity pool to TetuSwap from QuickSwap. With that migration came the ability for Sphere to initiate quantum liquidity for revolutionary passive revenue, quantum liquidity as a service where other projects will pay Sphere for quantum liquidity, and the ability to burn swap fees directly from TetuSwap for an additional deflationary mechanism that can also be serviced out to other projects for a fee. Saving the best for last, Sphere has been incubating Dystopia and Penrose, the curve and convex of Polygon. Dystopia has already successfully launched, although the reward emissions have not yet started. Multiple partnering projects are already on board for this revenue powerhouse, and Sphere is steering the wheel, positioned to lead the Polygon liquidity wars and receive even more streams of revenue from liquidity bribes and incentivized liquidity. All that in just 2 months. Can you imagine where Sphere will be in a year from now? 5 years from now? Long-term investors, Sphere is just getting started and you are still so early. Still to come in the future is, well, a lot. With Dystopia in place, reward emissions will soon start and Penrose will become to Dystopia what Convex is to Curve, a yield aggregator, of which Sphere has significant voting power. This will allow high yields for liquidity pool providers and governance stakers. For the average user, Penrose will mean high yields on liquidity pool tokens, including stablecoin LPs. As mentioned, multiple partners will be joining into this ecosystem of increasing liquidity. In addition, new features for Sphere are coming, including the Dyson token wrapper, the Galaxy Marketplace, a one-time 100% Sphere balance transfer mechanism for the purposes of transferring from a hot wallet to a cold storage wallet like Ledger or Trezor, improved cross-chain purchasing ability through the Gravity Bridge, new Sphere games, and the implementation of quantum liquidity as a service cross-chain. Not to mention the migration of Sphere from V2 to V2.1 with a new proxy contract that allows flexible liquidity pairing, for example, switching to and from WMATIC, USDC, or USD+, and ease of updates without subsequent need to change the underlying Sphere token contract. Within all of this, and with the new streams of revenue coming into Sphere, improved website metrics for transparency are in the works to include revenue generation, treasury growth, quantum liquidity profits, and quantum liquidity as a service clients, all readily visible through the Sphere website. The rebase discussion is still in process regarding the timeline of the current APY, perpetual APY, and the eventual and most profitable for investors non-rebasing forced appreciation deflationary phase of Sphere that is to come. If that all was not enough, additional acquisitions, continued investments and governance growth, and enhanced Polygon dominance through the onboarding of other projects from other chains continues to be in the works. For example, just recently, hints were dropped for new tokens SIM and Prion, with additional information sure to come. I know a common question is when all these updates will happen. Patience is a virtue, and rest assured the team is working very hard to make these updates and more go live. We are in this just as much as you are, and we are just as excited as you are to see everything in action. But updates need to be tested and tested and tested again before they can be launched to ensure everything works as planned. Sphere Finance is moving at an unprecedented speed. Even if you're only understanding a small percentage of the information I'm sharing with you, that is okay. This is an entirely different paradigm from traditional finance, and there is a lot to learn. Active participation and baby steps are key to building your understanding, and we're here to help. Please ask questions and keep taking action because it is well worth it. The best place to reach out for help or contact us is through the Sphere Finance Discord. The link is in the description below, as well as links to the official website and other useful links, including for Dystopia and Penrose. You can also leave a comment below with your question, and we will do our best to help educate you and the community. After all, this video and channel is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. I'll continue to post updates and informational videos about Sphere Finance, so be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out. Click the link on screen now to watch another video. Thanks for watching, and always remember that you matter for who you are.